Hello, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. Our theme today is reset. So I'm not going to linger too much in the introduction. Please do give this channel a subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below to help grow so I can do more of these readings. I love doing them. Anyway, so yeah, we have 3 different piles. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot, the Murder of Crows Tarot, and Tarot of Unknown Shadows. So you can select by stone, by pile, or by number, and the numbers will be in the description box below. We'll see you at your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to take a look at resets. What needs to be reset in your life at this time? Okay. Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, Knight of Swords. Okay, so already I can see that there have been some issues with patience, particularly regarding things that you have been working on. Perhaps there are some issues with how you, or there have been difficulties in the way that you speak about your goals, your manifestations, your dreams, that kind of thing. So this is that, like, I probably won't get it. I'm trying to think of like negative things to say, which are, I think that there's so many that it's hard to choose, but it's sort of like, assuming the negative, and you do this in an intellectual way to protect yourself, because you don't want to go through the heartbreak of disappointment, obviously, but what it's doing is it's blocking you. So there's definitely this is a lot of like sitting on your ideas. There's not a lot of action here. Maybe you get so far with an idea and then it just kind of gets stuck. There's been a lot of patience required of you for whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your life at this time. I feel like they are lifelong goals though. This is you coming up against big themes, big things in your life. And so trusting what needs to reset is your self-limiting beliefs, I guess you could say, or how you're blocking your own abundance. So let's see what we can do about this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, 2 of Wands. A little bit more fire. Planning might help you. Some people like vision boards, or visualizing what you want will help. And then being realistic about what you want. I think you've been realistic about it, but being realistic in a different way, in knowing that it takes time to unfold such things, right? Let's see about the Magician. What can we do? How can we reset this Magician energy? The Tower. Yeah. So whatever you're holding on to, let it go, or the universe is going to take it from you. So the things that you're holding on to the tightest, or the things that you are, stuck on the most, whatever your comfort object is, if you don't let it go, it will be taken away from you. So there is some inviting fire in, inviting a little bit more impulsivity or creativity, infusing, allowing things to be chaotic. I can see that there's like there's definitely a level of control here. So a reset in the way that you control your world and your universe. And with the Knight of Swords, how we can reset is just, lean into the pain. Lean into the pain. Lean into, the discontent. Things are not fair. But when you linger in that space of things are not fair, when you linger on that idea, you're also blocking yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Which is like, it's totally fair. This is nothing, there's no judgment here, and this is definitely something that, I've experienced before, or experience regularly. I'm not sure. This is so funny because he's like flying through the air, impaled by all of these swords. It doesn't get any worse than this, but I love the Ten of Swords. It's probably one of my favorite cards because you know that it's rock bottom. You know that it's only going up from there. So what other advice can we get for you in this hard reset? This is definitely reset energy. Five of Swords. If you're getting caught up in small conflicts, petty conflicts, getting caught up in little details, so this is sort of like, oh, I don't have this one tiny little tool, so I'm going to let it hold me up. Or I don't have this one little detail sorted out, so I'm going to let it hold me up. It's letting one little thing jam up the whole system. So in your reset, you are removing whatever this is. Let's see. Okay. Ego. Ego, pride, an idea of yourself that you've long held, or power plays. So examine yourself. On my channel, I really feel like my viewers have to have a certain level of self-awareness in order to even just make my readings work. So I do believe that you have a level of self-awareness, and that self-awareness needs to look at where you power play when you're trying to control people, and that can be out of self-protection for sure. So it's not that you're a bad person or anything, it's just that you're trying to control the situation. And so this is blocking you as well. And it's this like spoke in the wheel. Is it spoke in the wheel? What is it called? Okay, so there, and I think I said this at the beginning. There's something here that you need to walk away from. And Eight of Chalices is always walking away from something that you love, something that's comfortable, something that you have an emotional attachment to. So this reset involves you walking away from that and embracing. I feel like you think that this is going to make you feel unstable. I think that you think that this is going to really shake the foundation of your life, but that's just an illusion. I think that you're going to be surprised at how easy it is on the other side of walking away. Yes, there will be feelings, but you're ready for this. Perfect. Yeah. Embracing the pain. Getting out of your head, or embracing that the discomfort, the anxiety, the issues in your head are heart-based, are, about this walking away, that you're thinking in defense of your emotions. And so if you fully allow this pain and all of these, it's like embrace the suck, embrace the pain, and you begin again. The world is full completion. It's a full cycle completed, and this is a long cycle. And this, with the Magician and the Tower, this is a beautiful reset. This is a hard reset. because you become something else on the other side. Yeah, but it's going to take, there are things that you're getting away with now, which is with the Eight of Chalices, that, you know, it's only going to last for so long. It's not the security and stability that you feel it is, or that you think it is, or that, yeah. I don't know what I was trying to say there. We're going to get some divine doors. We're not doing a long reading today, just a nice short, I don't know if it was nice, but it was definitely short reading to get you an idea. I have a class reset. It is lots of twisting. We're doing some alternate nostril breathing. We're doing some legs up the wall just to get your system reset, your physical body reset. And it's good for the digestive system. It's good for the nervous system. So that is linked in the description box below. We have intuition, simple, complex, words of pain, or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Yes, this movement out of thinking, the truth is painful, and once you embrace that, and once you walk away from what has been keeping you comfortable from that pain, it's almost like, for some reason, I feel like you have to leave through the window. Like maybe that door is closed, but you let it stay closed and you move through that. And we have, this is very traditional. Inner power. Yeah, with the Emperor, you have a ton of power. The Emperor and the Magician, there's a lot of masculine creative energy. You can create whatever you want to create in your life. Through this reset, you will be able to create whatever you want to create. By your own command, you brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. Yeah, and even I was thinking about this knight here with the sword going up in the swan's mouth. Like, this is self-defense. But all of these self-defenses, like, this is why it's not a bad thing. The self-defense means that you can take care of yourself, and also you've come to a point where if you look and you reflect on yourself, you've built this emperor in yourself, you know, and you can take care of yourself, whatever comes. So embrace the suck, embrace the pain. You got this. I'll see you soon. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at this reset situation. So what are you letting go of? What needs to be reset in your life? And we start with the 6 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. Giving freely of your love to the vultures. Giving too much. Or not giving enough. So we have both. It always gets complicated when we have both sides of the coin, but you know, take it how it resonates and how it speaks to you. You'll know which side you're on, I would think, hopefully. There are lies, or these readings have been very blunt. So just so you know, trigger warning, these readings are blunt. Please don't leave. It will get better at the end once we sew it all up. So, and they are very shadowy cards. So what I'm seeing for you is that there are lies that you want to believe. So people around you, you believe certain things about them if they tell you to believe them almost. You believe people's projections on you. You give, or you are the person who does this. So that's complicated. Let's go with the first scenario. So when you give to the point of, like, your heart is so open and then you get drained. You get drawn into this like depression, this state of melancholy where you don't have anything to give. And you're being, and then you just sort of like drag yourself along like a corpse through your life. It's not funny, but it's not great, you know. It's definitely, this is what's in need of a reset. Okay. Yeah, so the Knight of Cups here needs more fulfillment, needs more happiness. What are you aiming at now? You know, where is the, like, it's almost like you're just like spilling love out wherever, willy-nilly, and not really like directing it anywhere specifically, or like at what you really want. Like, do you stop and ask yourself, like, what do I really want? This is giving off an energy of like, you know, letting other people tell you what you want. So in a relationship, this would be like, instead of, you know, let's say your girlfriend says, I want to go to this and this place at this and this time, and you really had an idea of going to a different place at that time. And instead of like speaking up and saying, oh, well, this is kind of what I was thinking, you go, oh, okay, I guess that's what I want. I'm called to say that's not nice. I feel like there's a bit of that here. There's a bit of that, like, your niceness keeps you in a victim energy, and it keeps you from being responsible for yourself. Ace of Cups, so much water here. All right, so for this generosity, again, you need more self-love. This reset is all about self-love. It's finding fulfillment in yourself. You need this Ace of Cups to overflow before you can give it to anyone else. It's almost like whatever the Knight of Cups is bringing without this self-love first is empty. It's not true, it's not real, it's deceit. Because, and not in a mean or malicious way, but it's deceit because it isn't from a fulfilled place in yourself. It's asking in the giving, where you want to be a giver who just gives. Like, that's in your energy. You just want to give, you just want to love. But right now, when you're giving from an empty cup, you're not giving something that's true. 7. But things are, yeah, so you are in a good place for this reset. We have 7 and 7 here. The 7 of Wands. There's some brutal truth coming up for you at this time. Like, maybe you already know this. Maybe this is something that's already been going through your mind. Okay. Yeah. The idea of yourself as a nice person or a good person, it's time to check that idea. Why do you need to believe that about yourself, and how are you expressing it? Is it so that you can feel better about yourself or better about choices you've made? Or is it because you've built a strong foundation that says it's so? Let's see. This Ace of Cups with generosity, self-love and generosity. And community. Okay, yeah, this reset is leading you to a tower moment. So you're not finding like full completion with this reset. You're finding another tower moment. And you know, one of the most transformational times of our life is when we have tower moment after tower moment. And tower moments are epiphanies, times when things get shaken up. This tower is doesn't fall, it doesn't crumble. And so I'm really feeling like you skip tower moments, or you've skipped many tower moments. This could be through addiction, especially with all the cups here, that instead of embracing the tower moment, you like drank your way through it, for instance. And so now, or maybe you're still in that energy and you're needing to acknowledge that those times of deep pain and deep sensitivity, you're avoiding necessary breakdowns, you're avoiding necessary moments. I know this is like really brutal. If you're still with me, good on you. Please leave me a comment down below. 3 of Cups. This is a beautiful community energy. So with this self-love and this generosity, you're heading toward becoming more a part of a community that will embrace you as you are. The 7s over here, where we're opening up and we're becoming more honest, you know, acknowledging what conflicts are ourselves and what are other people. We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. So this is leading you to coming into a night energy, coming into an active energy, being able to apply what you've learned. And this shows me that you are doing the work for yourself, that this is this reset is stepping you up. But it's a slow process. And your head is going to be ahead of everything, like material. So you're going to get there intellectually first. You're going to understand it first. There could be a way of unfolding through writing, through like maybe journaling, or writing things down. But you will have something more legitimate to offer once you have allowed this reset, this starts. And the other thing about this Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving energy. So maybe there's a part of, this process for you where you feel like you should be further ahead, or you should be somewhere else, or should blah, blah, blah. That's just something that you've imposed on yourself. Like, at any age, doing this work is good, right? And this is your thresholds. I was gonna say, this feels like it's kind of a long journey, and it says patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. I feel like there's so much emotion here that I'm really loving that you're coming to Swords and Pentacles. That's really what's needed here, is the grounding it in material reality and grounding it in the intellect. So the things that you know emotionally, transferring that into thoughts and things. Ooh, blue, standing out. And it says secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. Oh, so the writing, it could be, getting things on paper. It could be drawing as well. So you might want to get to drawing. And I think I'm going to leave it there for you. So I do have the reset class. Information is in the description box below. If you want to join me, it's on Thursday. And I hope that this reading finds you well. Take care. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Now, I'm gonna warn you, these have been quick and dirty shadow messages mostly. So you know, embracing a certain level of self-awareness. Try not to be offended by anything I'm saying. I'm not meaning to be offensive. I'm just speaking what I see in a very direct way. Okay, we're starting off with the Queen of Cups. This is what needs to be reset. Or Queen of Coins, sorry. All right. Ooh. The Nine of Wands. I'm turning them all upright. The Nine of Wands and Justice. Libra there. Okay, so this reset is for... It's like a feeling of lack, and I'm hearing everything is unfair. Everything is unfair. Why me? Why do I have to carry this? Why can't I have more? Why, or, you know, the people around me, why aren't they meeting me halfway? There's a lot of that. There's a lot of, yeah, just being completely honest, there's a lot of feeling sorry for yourself. And if you know this is you, you'll know it's you. And honestly, I think it's great to have a sense of humor about it. There's a fairy card called Luminous Doom, and he's just like feeling so sorry for himself. And whenever I'm feeling that way, I try to laugh about it and think about Luminous Doom and be like, I'm feeling sorry for myself. And it's really helped to lift me out of this space, because I am not judging you. I 100% come from this space. So there's a sense of imbalance, injustice, you know, maybe things haven't been going your way, or at least that's how it feels. And you feel really limited. I feel like that's what we're resetting here. So let's take a look at what we can do about the Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. Okay, so take a few steps back and look at where this comes from. So where did this conflict or this feeling of limitation, I'm feeling like a heaviness in my chest, like where did that come from? What conflict are you still holding on to? And see if you can resolve that conflict in this reset. Because you're still going up against that person, whether that person is there or not. You may be fighting a phantom. The Eight of Swords, yeah. What is in your head and what is real? This is almost like, okay, so if I get really emotional and let's say I get really emotional and I say something to my friend, like I'm really bad for like being like, oh, I can't be your friend anymore because I'm just so overwhelmed. That's my own issue. But the point being that I used to like hold on to that, and I would like, it was almost a matter of pride where I would hold on to that, and so I would be too embarrassed to talk to my friend, and then it would just unravel, like it would unravel the relationship. And this is sort of like sucking up your pride and you know, admitting when you're wrong and not making that a bad thing about you. Like, we're all wrong sometimes, or not even that you were wrong, but that you don't need to hold on to things. That it's hurting you to hold on more than it's hurting anyone else to hold on. Now, I want to say that if this has something to do with trauma, I am fully aware that it does not take just like, oh, get over it. That's not how it works at all. But we can take, you know, some time to kind of reflect and look at, you know, what was me, what was them. And I see this changing for you in this reset, this King of Swords. Yeah. Finding so much thinking, So much balance in your thinking. So this is really an intellectual transformation. I'm guided to say that, you know, self-help books or reading different things or gathering and learning information about the way that the mind works or the way that conflicts work or the way that trauma works is going to be really helpful. That you can armor yourself right now with that knowledge and with that information. That's really going to help you. What else? So what is the... Okay. So part of what may happen from this reset is that you pull back from intense connections or problematic connections and you take some time to be more neutral. This could be hermiting, although this isn't the hermit. It could be, you know, pulling back. Maybe you don't express yourself as much. Maybe you don't engage in things. Maybe there's someone who, you know, there's someone in my life where he would always say things that were wrong with like a lot of conviction, and no one else would argue with him because it was irritating to argue with him, and I engaged with him every time. I just could not let it go. And the people around me would be like, why do you engage with him? And I'm like, I can't just let him think he's right. So this is kind of like letting them think they're right. Not, yeah. If you're a Virgo, I feel you. Okay. I know that this is like the hardest thing ever. Okay. We have the 5 of Wands. Again, this is really honestly tumultuous energy. Like there are going to be people that when you go into this neutral position and when you pull back, they're going to try and pull you in, is what I'm getting. So this is, you know, you go into this reset, know that you're doing this for yourself, know that you're doing this to grow. And then from doing that, so this could be about like establishing boundaries even, and then, you know, whoever you establish boundaries with is like trying to push the edges of the boundary because they don't want you to. 2 of Swords. Okay, so going back, we're gonna go back to the beginning, to a certain choice you made. Go back to the last time that you made a big choice and recognize that the road that you took is not a permanent decision. You still can go back, and maybe those 2 roads have changed. And the 10 of Wands. This is leading to an unburdening. So whatever weight you are carrying that is not yours, this reset is helping you. And like, I feel for you, this is not easy energy by any means. This is not a walk in the park at all. But we do have this like this beautiful lead up to the 10 of Wands where we are unburdening ourselves. We've made it to the top of the mountain. We no longer have to carry all of these burdens, whatever are ours or other people's. And we can start to charge ahead with new and fresh energy, start to communicate ourselves in a different way, speak ourselves in a new way. And this is sort of that energy of like, if you you may say, oh, I always do this, and then catch yourself and be like, well, no, I don't actually do that anymore. That's not me anymore. I feel like you're breaking away from some sort of traditional way of thinking, or maybe something that you were raised to think, and it's hard to do that because it was something that was a given that you didn't even question to break away from. And we have Jude's song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. Yes. And I think that there are people and opportunities and experiences that you are yet to have that you didn't think that you could have, that you didn't think were for you, or a way of communicating and being with other people that is going to feel really good, really nourishing for you, that you had never thought possible. You've always had like a certain kind of people around you or a certain way of communicating, and that's going to shift and change. Yeah, and this is something that has, you know, these relationships or these situations have just like, it's come to the point where you kind of have to, like, you're on this path, whether you want to be or not, and it may feel unfair and it may feel really strange and difficult, but you got this for sure. And it says deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. What a great message. The best is to come. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you soon.